Hey folks, Jim Zaspel here with an awesome, mind-blowing question for you. Here it is. How would you like to fire your boss? I'm assuming your boss is not you. All right, so I'm assuming you work for somebody else. And really, what I'm trying to do here is if your work, this is geared toward folks who want to become self-sufficient entrepreneurs who are not relying on somebody else to sign their paycheck for them, okay? And what it is a complete mind shift change that you've got to make that leap to come work for yourself. But the good news is that you do not have to go from getting a regular paycheck every week or 2 weeks to quitting and then just hoping you can make money. Now, the good news is with real estate is in your part-time, you can create income, and then once you've mastered or surpassed your W-2, your job income, you can create. So anyway, point is how to fire. I'm going to try to help you identify the mindset shift you'll have to take. And the good news is this is some seriously cool stuff. And it's happy, it's exciting, and I'm an optimistic person. I see the opportunity in everything. I have a hard time seeing the downside sometimes. And so what I'm going to do is go through, first of all, some of the mindset shifts that you'll have to go through to fire your boss, become a self-sufficient entrepreneur, and then what I'm going to do is to show you how to easily map out the steps that you need to take to become a successful, self-sufficient real estate entrepreneur, because that's what I do, is real estate, right? So the first thing you've got to realize is in regards to income. So what are we taught as a society, what is our expectation for an annual income? What is your expectation? Is it $50,000? Typically, it's plus or minus 10% of the average income of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Let me repeat that again. Your mental expectation right now for how much money you should make on an annual basis is equal to plus or minus 10% what the average income is of your 5 close people you spend the most time with, your peers, maybe your parents, maybe close friends, maybe your best friend, whatever, right? And for most folks who work for somebody else, it's somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000, okay? And why is that? Oh, that's because you can only work so many hours in a day. You heard that one before? Another one is, there's not that many high-paying jobs out there. Okay, well, that may or may not be true. I have no clue. That's not my concern right now. My point is this, that your income, and if you're taking notes, this is something seriously cool you want to take some notes on. Your income as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, does not have to be contingent upon or based upon how much time you put into it. Let me say it again. Your income does not have to vary directly correlate with how much time you put into it. It's so cool. Once you get that concept through your head, you'll suddenly see how your income can explode without necessarily getting that busy. Now, don't get me wrong, that if you want to keep your full-time W-2, salary job and work to become an entrepreneur, you're going to put in some long nights for a short period of time, maybe 12 months, maybe 3 years, I don't know. Depends on how quickly you adapt, right? But the point is this, first of all, your income is not related necessarily directly to how much time you put into your business, all right? Next is your expectation for income, right? And this is so important. Give me 1 second, I'm just going to write this down. Expectation, right? This was fun. This was so fun. See, my goal for so many years was to make $1 million in a year, and it's funny. I was talking to my wife the other day. She's like, "You're so delusional." And last year we made over $1 million, but she's like, "When did you think?" She asked me this question. I said, "When did you actually realize that you might make $1 million in a year?" I said, "It has been my expectation since the first day I got into real estate. It's been my goal, and not just some psych myself up kind of expectation. It was truly, why? Because I knew that the vehicle I was using, real estate, has produced many, hundreds of millions, thousands of millionaires, right? Additionally, I knew that I had the right education in terms of for real estate investing, the right work ethic, and the right determination and persistence to match that vehicle to create $1 million a year, at least." And she's like, "Well, you're so delusional." I said, "Not really. I knew I had the persistence, and next, I knew I had the right vehicle." So I would encourage you to ask yourself, what do you expect to make as an individual in terms of income? Is it $100,000? If your expectation is to make $100,000, right, just subconsciously and consciously, right, then I guarantee you, I don't care what job you get, I don't care what vehicle of entrepreneurship you're using, whether it's eBay sales or flipping cars or flipping houses, I guarantee you your income will never exceed $110,000 if your subconscious expectation is $100,000, right? So now you got to learn to reprogram your expectation, right? And here's the best way to do this. First of all, is to realize there are so many people who make awesome incomes, who make over $250,000 a year, over $1 million, over $10 million a year. Why are there so many people that way? Why? Because they've been matched with a good vehicle, meaning an opportunity, and second, persistence. Okay. Another thing is I'm just going to put opportunity, right? So the reality is, you cannot drive within 20 minutes of your house without experiencing an amazing amount, without seeing and witnessing awesome opportunity, amazing opportunity to make thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, what? I live in, Souderton. I live in Lansdale. This is just a small town. Well, guess what? There is opportunity everywhere. For me, it's real estate, because real estate is everywhere. You always got to have it. I like residential real estate, but that's me. Realize there is opportunity. And I'm going to write down another one here. And these are all mind shift shifts that you'll have to make in order to make the shift from being an employee to an entrepreneur, right? And that is another one is lack mentality, and that is we've been told, and many has been told many times, where there's only so much money to go around. It's not a zero-sum game. The reality is the more value you provide the marketplace, the more money you're going to make as an entrepreneur. And don't fall into the trap that only rich people only get rich by screwing other people, taking advantage of the people's, or being incredibly shrewd to the point of undercutting other people. It's not the case at all. The more value you provide to the marketplace, the more money you will make. So that's just 4 very simple, very basic mindset shifts. That's the word I'm looking for. Mindset shifts that you will have to go over or go through in order to become a self-sufficient entrepreneur. Okay, but Jim, I know plenty of people who make $60,000 as an entrepreneur, and they have not gone through these mindset shifts. Well, I got news for you. That there's a reason they don't make more money than that, because they've not gone through these shifts. So then now let's go through step by step, what are you going to do? So the next, in order to really map this next part out for you, I need you to answer a question, and obviously you're only going to answer it yourself since this is not a live video. So the question is this: how much money did you make last year, right? How much money do you make annually? Say it's $100,000, okay? Say it's $100,000 gross income that includes benefits and bonuses and that kind of stuff. $100,000, nice even number, right? And you might be thinking, well, gosh, I make $100,000 a year. I'm the shizzle. I'm set. I got news for you. That $100,000 will go away as soon as your boss decides it's going to, as soon as you make some mistake, as soon as the company merges and your position gets eliminated. I'll tell you what, you think being an entrepreneur is risky? Oh, this is a big one. Oh, I love this one. You think being an entrepreneur is risky. You try putting your fate, your future, your family in the hands of somebody who doesn't give 2 craps about you. That's risky, right? Oh, but my boss loves me. Like heck he does. He loves his own position, which may or may not involve you. So if you want to do what's best, most secure for your family, you know what? Why don't you step up, take some responsibility, and provide for your family? All right, anyway, back. How to step up your boss, $100,000 a year. The question is, how do you replace it? And I want you to write this down. This is so important, because I see some investors making a mistake of quitting their full-time job, right? Quitting their full-time job that pays them their $80,000, $100,000 a year, supports their lifestyle. Awesome, that's great. I don't care. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about the risk level, and it's about the lifestyle it affords you, meaning how much time you have to swap out in order to make that money, and how predictable is that income, right? So anyway, I have no clue what I just said. Oh yeah, so $100,000 that you've got to make. What are you going to do to replace that income? Oh yeah, this is what I was trying to say earlier. You've got, and in real estate, the cool thing is, like I said a couple of times now in this training video, that you do not have to quit your full-time job in order to start real estate. You know, the odds are if you're making less than $500,000 a year in your job, then you can easily with some hard work, okay, but very simply replace your income by working part-time, evenings and weekends, okay. Some evenings, some weekends, you know, I still go to church on Sunday, but still get a lot of stuff done. Point is this, you can replace your full-time income while working part-time. Here's how. So ask yourself, one, what, let me use this phrase, biz model. What business model are you going to use, right? Real estate. That's a crappy answer. Sorry, it's a crappy answer. Because what kind of real estate? Are you going to do rentals? Are you going to do wholesaling? Are you going to do fix and flips? Are you going to do apartment complexes, which probably is the best place to start? But so what business model? Traditionally, most people do it by either, I'm just going to abbreviate, wholesaling or fix and flips, okay? So wholesaling, simply in case you don't know, means to get a house, a distressed property, it's in bad condition, under contract to buy at a very low price, down here, and find a cash buyer, typically someone who's going to buy it, fix it, and flip it, who's willing to pay a little bit more. And the difference between those two figures is your profit. Average profit for us per wholesale deal is $10,000, sometimes more, sometimes less, $10,000 per deal. So if you're doing if you're making $100,000 a year, that means you got to do 10 wholesale deals a year in order to have replaced your income, right? All right, how about the fix and flip model? How many deals a year you got to do to replace your full-time income? Really, it's 3. Let's call it 4. Average profit is like $30,000, $31,000 per deal. So let's call it, just be really conservative, say $25,000 per deal. Call it 4 deals per year. 4 deals per year. Do you realize how easy that is? Okay, we do more than 4 deals a month. 4 deals a year is so easy. And so the question is, if that's your goal, 4 deals a year, maybe your number is 2, maybe your number is 10 rehabs, maybe you got to make $250,000 to replace your income. I don't know what it is, right? But you know, most people who are probably watching this video, $100,000 a year will replace your full-time income, right? That is so part-time. You go find a local realtor who knows the market, tell them your criteria, get the contractor's bid from contractor, and make sure you know what needs to get fixed, what doesn't, right? And you go sell the darn thing. It's not some business huge business operation. It is 4 measly deals a year. So let's ask yourself, make a list here. What do you got to do 4 deals a year? All right. So first of all, for us in our business, 30 offers equals 1 deal. That does not say dead, it says deal, I promise. So 30 offers equals 1 deal. 4 deals. What is 4 times 30? It's 120. 120 offers. Well, you want to do it over the course of a year? Well, typically if you buy a house today, you'll sell it in 6 months from today, right? So if your goal is to make $100,000 within the next 12 months, what you want to do is make sure you buy those first 4 deals within the next 6 months. Make $100,000 next 12, you buy the 4 deals within the next 6 months, okay? So that's 6 months, 120 offers, is 20 offers a month, roughly 5 a week, is my math right? What do we say here? 120 offers, we got 6 months, that's 20 offers a month. Gosh, that's so few. Oh, that's pathetic. All right, 5, easy. 5 offers per week equals 4 new deals every 6 months. Gosh, that's easy. There's only 3 or 4 steps to every deal, right? 4 steps. First, you got to find them. So we've discussed here, in not great detail, but in some detail, how to get the deals, right? You got to make 5 offers a week, and if you do that consistently every single week, you'll get 4 deals over the course of the next 6 months. So let's pull up a blank sheet here. Come on, Mr. Electronic Pen. Boom, there we go. All right. So 1, man, this is a detailed training. This is really good. Find. Then we got to fund the deals. Oops, that's 2, not 3. All right, 3. Then we've got to fix. And then we got to flip. I just want to use the other F word, so also known as sell. All right. So find the deals. 4 offers per week. I'm sorry, 5. 5 offers per week. All right? Buy them out of the MLS, do some postcards, knock on doors of some ugly houses, get connected to some wholesalers, go to some local RIA meetings, Real Estate Investors Alliance or Association meetings, and you'll be able to get 4 deals every 6 months quite easily. All right, funding. If you're going to do 4 deals at a time, let's say that each deal requires $200,000, you're going to need about $800,000. What, Jim? I don't have $800,000. Good for you, neither did I when I started. It's not that complicated to raise private capital. What you do is simply find folks who are looking for a higher rate of return on their investment capital, and we pay our investors 10% per year to fund our deals, and it's an asset-backed loan. And another easy way to do it is to find somebody who's willing to help you with the project so that you can leverage the seasoned investor's experience with your lender, okay? Find somebody who's willing to maybe participate in the deal with you, like I do with my students. Find somebody who's willing to participate in the deal with you, meaning guide you along the project, go there a few times, maybe connect with the contractor, that kind of stuff, so that your lender feels more comfortable, right? I do that with my students all the time. If you simply start talking to folks, tell them you're investing in real estate, you've teamed up with a seasoned investor, and you're looking to pay some folks some higher rates of return to fund the deals. It's no more than a 12-month deal, and you get awesome rates of return. If you just start talking about that at regular meetings and in your personal sphere of influence, people you already know, you will raise $800,000. If you go to my blog, jimzaspel.com, I've got tons of trainings on how to raise private money. All right, next is the fixed part. Well, let me ask you a question. How do you think you can find a contractor, right? You probably already know a few. You want a general contractor, somebody who already has a base of subcontractors built up. You don't want to hire a one-man show to do an $80,000 rehab. It'll last forever, okay? You want to hire a seasoned general contractor who's been around the block, has electricians, has plumbers, has HVAC guys, has people in place, right? Well, gosh, how much is it going to cost to fix a place? Well, check out my trainings, again, on my blog, on how to estimate repairs. But really, if you're brand new, it might make sense for the first couple of deals, have a contractor give you a quote when you go look at the first couple of houses. And when you do get their quote, you'll see how it matches my rehab calculator. So again, you're going to go find a GC, have them give you a quote, right? And here's what you're going to do. You're simply going to hire a realtor to sell your deal. Make sure your realtor, somebody's done lots of deals every single year, that know your market, they do deals in your market. If you're in the greater Philadelphia area, gosh, my wife's the best realtor out there. She's awesome. Her name is Marina. She's with Remax, and she's awesome. So you can reach out to me if you want to list your property. The point is this. When it goes to selling, don't try to become an expert in marketing to sell your house. Don't try to circumvent the realtor, build this cost in when you purchase the property so you can afford to pay them, have the professional do it right. A good realtor, write this down, a good realtor will pay for his or herself 1 to 2 times over on every single transaction because of how well they negotiate and the superior price that they get. All right? So there's 4 steps, 5 offers a week, and you get $800,000. And don't think that this needs to be in place before you do your first deal or before you make your first offer. I tell you this, there's no better fire to lay under your backside to raise just $200,000 per deal than when you get a really good deal under contract. You get a deal under contract that's going to make you $30,000, $40,000. You'll find a way. You'll reach out to somebody like me and say, hey, how can I raise the $200,000 in private money? Write this down. This is so important. If the numbers are good, the money will come. If the numbers are good, the money will come. If the numbers are good, the money will come. All right? That's very important. Get some reliable contractors. Of course, you want to get some referrals. I've done tons of trainings on how to pre-screen general contractors and hire a local agent to sell the property. All right? That is again, the question is, what we're trying to do here is how to break free from a job. People think it's this huge thing you got to do, huge risk, huge cliff you've got to jump off of in order to make that leap. It's just not the case. Start part-time, right? I've got kids. You know what? Kids would love to go look at ugly houses with you, right? And even if they don't, it's still really good for them because you know what? You'll teach them how to not have to rely on the boss, right? You'll teach them how to be self-sufficient. So teach them, have them count the windows for you, right? Have them count the bathrooms. Have them do this kind of stuff. Have them measure stuff. Teach them the business. Learn while you're learning, right? So the point is this, it's so easy to make the shift in this business part-time. I've got a student, his name's Tim Godfrey. He's awesome. He's doing his third deal right now. He works 55 hours a week. His wife does too, and they've got 3 kids, right? He's got his third deal in 4 months, I believe, right? Third rehab project that we're partnering on together. And he's just an awesome example of how to just take a complicated process and break it down, make it very simple. So the cool part is if you learned a lot, which I'm sure you did, if you learned a lot in this training video, then I've got great news for you. Coming up very soon, I've got a 90-minute in-depth training. In fact, if you're watching this on the day this blog is posted, it'll be live. But I'm coming up very soon. The link below this video, go ahead and click it now. I'm doing an in-depth 90-minute training. I'm going to show for you the 5 steps that I broke our entire business down into 5 steps, and how you can follow the same 5 steps to really set yourself free from your job, to fire your boss, and to do what it takes in this business. So click the link below this video and register for the upcoming 90-minute training. You are going to love it. It is going to be awesome. It is free, absolutely no charge. My gift to you. Thank you so much. Register for the webinar now. I'll see you on it.